Welcome to MBM-Consultancy. I am Mark Banbury, the owner and Chief Naval Architect. It is my pleasure to provide this short introduction before your project presentation. MBM-Consultancy was established in Germany in 2010. We are providing services to the heavy lift project market and naval architecture for the vessel repairs, conversions and upgrades. The vessels MBM focus upon are your MPP, your heavy lift vessel, jackups, bulk, offshore supply vessels and flat deck carriers such as these on our presentation board. The services for the vessels include the feasibility studies, the loadouts, stability and motions analysis, moorings analysis and, when required, an accident investigation. I hope you like the presentation and I look forward to hearing your feedback after the presentation. Thank you.
As we can see from the tape measure, the distance is 10 inches, not 10 centimetres, which is what René is then designed to, why we ended up with the welding in an incorrect position. We're waiting for the lashing gang to finish in the lower hold and for the pontoon to be put in place. So when the pontoon is put in place, we can then go and load the cargo that they've got at the side. I presume they mean these lashing chains. But as you can see, the welding gang are just finishing off that last beam now, the one that got moved and replaced. They will then have no more welding to do whilst they're then waiting for the pontoon. So we could not lift any of the cargo, the heavy lift cargo, until the pontoon's in place and the hatch cover is closed. So therefore the small error of placing the actual I-beam and moving it to a new location really hindered the whole operation, as the jobs are indifferent and work side by side. If the welding had continued past the pontoon and the lashing gangs, then I would say yes, the welding has hindered the job. But at present it hasn't, and therefore there is no external time added to doing this cargo, just as the ones yesterday was exactly the same. The cargo not have been hindered by the additional welding that we did right at the end, because the welding gang had finished before we were lifting the cargo. And because the cargo started to lift later on from the barge, and then the vessel was turned late in the night, it made no difference to the actual external time of the cargo. I will say though, there has been an issue regarding the location of this. I designed for the structural strength of the vessel, and the structural strength of the vessel says the cargo goes in this position. This was designed weeks ago. As I have pointed out with René in the past, the position of the heavy lift cargo is crucial to the structural strength of the ship. So putting it in this location, and then when we come to Porto Madeira or Porto Torres, where the next cargo goes, will put a massive structural strain on the deck, and therefore that has to be calculated, not just the individual cargoes, but having multiple cargoes on one hatch cover. So the cargo had to go here. I think René got a bit stressed due to the fact that he was not aware, although it was drawn on the ship's map in pen, and we discussed it yesterday, and the I-beams were drawn on the actual map in the deck house, and he looked at it, the captains looked at it, René looked at it, the chief officer, chief mate, he also was looking at it, and we discussed it yesterday. So René says, I don't tell anybody what I'm doing. Everybody was fully aware, all information was given, report was written, report was handed out and provided to the operators. It was handed over to the port captains. So at the end of the day, I've been doing everything that I am supposed to. I've had to do recalculations today to make sure the structural strength of the vessel is correct, because René didn't tell me that the cargo is the wrong way round for the way I've designed it. As you can see, there's a saddle at the front, which is a double saddle, which should actually be aft according to my initial calculations. These had to be redone this morning because the cargo's in the wrong place. Small, minor issue, but it is still an issue. But it does not change the fact that the cargo and the vessel would still be in the position it's in right now, no matter what issues and problems have occurred during this time, because there have been joint operations going on, either to do with the welding, and this has not hindered the whole operation of the vessel. It would still have taken the time it's taking day by day. There's nothing much more to say about this, because at the end of the day, Rene's been getting stressed for no real apparent reason. The problems that occur, they occur and need to be resolved. It's as simple as that. So instead of getting all worked up, it's just a matter of solving the issues and problems. The cargoes in the twin deck are now in position, they're fully loaded. That would have still taken the time that it took yesterday for the 2 cargoes to be lifted and unloaded, and then for the vessel to be turned during this morning. From my point of view, the issues were minor and did not change or alter the time taken for this cargo.